Just wanted to give you guys an update on the guava plant here. This is the same plant where I did a video on how to get it to branch out. As you can see, right now it's got a lot of branches. So basically what I did was, this was a plant that I got a seedling from a friend of mine last fall. This thing is approximately, I want to say 10, 11 months old right now. But basically what I did was, the seedling would grow straight up, 1 liter, and it'll continue to do that. What I did was I took the tip here and I bent it downwards. Basically, I hung a water bottle from the tip so it would, kind of curve like this. And once you do that, the highest point of the plant was here, and all the nutrients would go to the top, and it would choose a new apex. So new branches started sprouting out, and let me get in closer, and that's how we got, all these branches here. This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and that guy. And then once I got all these to start, I tipped it. I cut off the tip over here, and then I just kept tipping all the branches. As you can see here, I tipped it, and then 2 branches came out. Same with this here that just recently got tipped, and 2 more branches are starting here. As you can see, again here, and I just kept doing that, over and over to get more branching. For a plant that I guess this is the first time I've grown guava from seed, so I don't know usually how fast they grow, but for being under a year old, it's about the size of my finger. Characteristic of guava, the bark is really smooth, and then when it grows, it doesn't have the wrinkles, so it just gets bigger, and the outside layer would just flake off. And that's how it continues to get bigger and bigger. So it's doing quite well. I'm keeping this lower branch here. As of right now, I'm just keeping it so that it could feed the trunk and make the trunk bigger. But in the future, I may, chop that off. I may not, because I'm growing this for the fruit. So the more branches, the more potential for fruit. Even though I'm growing this for the fruit, I, tried to play around with how I wanted it to branch out and whatnot. I have 2 of these plants. The other plant I got to branch out quite early, so the bottom here is just full of branches. Not something I typically want in kind of my bonsais or my ornamental trees, but like I said, it's grown for fruit, so I wanted a lot of branches in that. You can see it's doing quite well, and when this thing was about 8 months old, I started getting flowers out of it, and now I've got some fruit to set. There's about 10 fruit on this one. Started out with about 20, but a lot of them kind of just fell off. Did some weird things. I've seen this before where you have multiple flowers. It looks like the second guava is growing out from the base of this main one. There's another one on this other side. A lot of my flowers were like that, where it's kind of like a triple flower, but then one of the fruit fell off, and I'm guessing it's possible that this one will fall off too and just the main one will grow. It's done that with all the other ones. That's the only one with the double fruit left. But as you can see, right now it's probably the size of a little bit bigger than a marble. On my other plant, my other plant flowered first, so the fruit is a little bit bigger. I wouldn't say it's the size of a golf ball yet, maybe slightly smaller than a ping pong ball. But the guava is doing great. I didn't expect it to flower this early. 8 months is pretty fast. But then again, my passion fruit also started flowering at about 8 months. and I was able to get fruit off of that the first year. So I'm hoping I get fruit from this plant, and I can see it, all the way to ripening. That would be awesome. But it's doing well, and I just wanted to show you guys that you can go grow guava from seed here in Minnesota and enjoy the fruit.